got over 100 pounds to lose. Last week I was down about 8.5 pounds. Let's do a weigh-in. So that makes 9.6 pounds total that I'm down in about 2 months. It's really, really slow, but it's consistent. And that's something that I've never been with weight loss before. So I'm gonna keep just doing what I'm doing because it's working for me in a way that nothing else has worked for me before. And if this is the first time you're seeing me, what I'm doing here is just, number one, working on my mindset. That was the main serious problem. Number two is just working on my binge eating disorder that is a result of my like mental disorders and my mindset. And then number three is just staying in a calorie deficit, eating whatever I want, but just making sure the portion sizes equal out to a calorie deficit for the day.
I would only binge eat the majority of the time after I'd already eaten a meal.
As someone who struggles with binge eating, has been like really working on it lately and making a bit of progress, I found her video quite insightful actually, and I relate to it a lot. That is exactly, like I would go hours, days sometimes without eating at all, and then once I had a little bit to eat, oh, it was on. It was like once I eat, my hunger is activated, and I didn't understand why. Like when I was fasting, I lost a lot of weight really quickly, but as you can see, I put it back on because my mentality is not at the level where I can stick to all these stringent rules, regulations, and timetables over food. The way I'm doing it now, where I eat junk food and sugar and things that you're not supposed to eat, but the only real rule that I have is to stay in a calorie deficit most days, which is not a stringent rule. It's literally even most days. I don't even stay in a calorie deficit every single day. Like most Saturday and Sundays, I go out a little bit of the calorie deficit. So sometimes I just feel like it's like meeting yourself where you're at. You know what I mean? Like I could beat myself up for not being mentally strong enough to fast, or I could just do it the way that I am mentally strong enough to do, and then I can be proud of myself for getting it done. So this was a really jumbled, random, just stream of consciousness thoughts, but anyways, I advise you to go check out her video if you struggle with binge eating, because I found it very helpful and it sparked a lot of thoughts in me. This is everything I ate in a day as a fat person who is very focused on trying to lose weight. Started off the day with some fruit. I had a couple of cutie mandarin oranges and some strawberries. Also a piece of avocado toast with lemon, sriracha, and green onion, as well as a hash brown patty with a little bit of vegan parmesan on top that didn't melt very well, but that's vegan cheese for you, and a little bit of ketchup on top. For lunch, we went out to a spot called Happy Buddha Vegetarian near El Monte. Got some crispy noodles with tofu, fake meats, and veg that was really delicious, a thick, hearty sauce, as well as I tried wonton soup for the first time. I always knew I would like wontons, just couldn't find them vegan. They were amazing. I would say I recommend this place. However, Veggie Life is right around the corner, and that spot is a little bit better than this one. After that, I needed a little sweet treat in the afternoon, so I got a little ice cream. It was definitely more ice than it was cream, but it's all right. Some strawberry coconut milk that was super creamy and delicious. And then for dinner, I just finished off with a little charcuterie board, if you will, with some mandarins, some strawberries. And I've got this little bag full of various vegan cheeses that I use to make myself some little crackers and cheese. Today I'm going to make the most lazy, unauthentic, yet delicious wonton soup that I've ever had. So I'm going to start by making a tofu and white mushroom filling. I'm going to cook the mushrooms down in some vegan butter, and once those are cooked well, I'm going to add them to my mashed full block of tofu, sriracha, maple syrup, add soy sauce, garlic paste. Going to need some onion powder, turmeric, and also some chili powder. Give that a good mix. I picked up these Twin Dragon brand wonton wrappers from Walmart. I'm going to add a little teaspoon of the filling inside with 2 of the edges and just seal it up nice and tight. Those are going to need to boil for 2 minutes. You've seen this before on the channel. I love this Better Than Bouillon seasoned vegetable base concentrate. I'm going to use that and a little bit of green onions to make some broth. Throw in the wontons and you've got a delicious, super easy, and yes, super unauthentic wonton soup. Today I'm going to make a sloppy joe, but I'm going to use TVP instead of meat. I read that 1 cup of TVP equals 1 cup of meat. So I have just over a cup here. It was just the end of my bag. Didn't want to leave a tiny little bit. Rehydrated. Let that sit for about 10 minutes. Once it's rehydrated, it goes in a pan with the sauce. The sauce that I'm using is Great Value Sloppy Joe sauce. Because you just add the meat yourself, it makes it completely vegan. Once that sauce is heated through thoroughly, I'm going to grab a hamburger bun. I like the Great Value brand because it's cheap and easy to find at my local Walmart. I'm trying to incorporate a little bit more plant-based protein into my meal, so TVP has been something I've been trying to experiment with. This was pretty good. I will eat the whole batch that I made of sandwiches, but admittedly, I probably won't make it again. The texture is a little bit soft. I've got over 100 pounds to lose. I'm down about 10 so far. Lately, I added 2 different things that they weren't really filling out their own videos, and they're not directly related to weight loss, but they are associated and helping with, so I wanted to mention them. Number 1 is protein. I just get the cheap Equate kind, plant-based, because that's what I usually prefer to go for. This is not a secret or any sort of like big tip or anything. I feel like this is pretty commonly known, but I just picked some up because I started adding it to like smoothies or desserts or anywhere where it's just easy to add it in to whatever I'm already making, and it'll just bump up the protein a little bit. It helps keep me fuller for longer. I also started taking the occasional magnesium supplement. Talk to your doctor before you start taking magnesium. Magnesium toxicity or having too much magnesium in you is incredibly dangerous, can literally kill you. Please talk to your doctor. I am not advising you to take a magnesium supplement. What I've noticed in accordance to talking to my doctor and starting to take this is that I have noticed that it helps curb appetite a little bit, and it's supposed to burn belly fat a bit more. It's helping with achy joints, and it's helping me sleep a bit. And so obviously, like, good sleep, good mental health, good practices around food, all of that kind of goes together for me. When I'm aching and not sleeping well, I'm not going to be in the best mental health. And that is what I keep saying is my main focus of all of this. That's the only reason I'm able to lose any kind of weight now, is because I've worked on my mindset enough that I'm mentally strong enough to do so.